Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. Thank you guys all so much for joining me today. I hope all of you guys are having a wonderful day. For today's video, I have this Born Pretty pastel gel polish collection. This packaging is super cute. I really love it. It's super simple, straightforward, and it has that holographic little logo of theirs. Here I'm going to go ahead and quickly just grab some scissors and open up this package because I'm super excited to open these up. I love pastel colors. I just really love them. I think that's probably like one of my main sort of like color scheme that I really like. Pastels, I like neons are not really like it for me. I personally don't really like bright colors. I mainly go for like nudes and neutrals and stuff like that. So I was really happy with these because they were just super perfect. Look how beautiful this packaging. It looks so gorgeous. Now let's go ahead and just open up the items in here. So here are the gel polishes. We get 6 bottles. Each bottle is 10 milliliters each. And look at that beautiful little sneak peek of the swatch. Color is just gorgeous. We got their user manual here. Gives you a little step-by-step instructions on how to apply certain gel polishes. Back here we also get an instruction guide with pictures as well. And then here's how the gel polish bottles look. I really love the packaging of the bottles. They're gorgeous. I really love that they have that black matte design. And then that Born Pretty, print all in gold. Then here we get the color number, which is the color 𝐵𝚙𝚘𝚍𝚘. Gorgeous, beautiful purple color. Unfortunately, my lighting was just terrible. So I had to go ahead and just fix that. And I'm going to just go ahead and proceed and show you guys the swatch for each and every single color. So for today's set, I'm going to be doing some press on nails. I'm going to be using these AliExpress extra long coffin gel tips. Here I'm going to give you guys a close look of how the nail tips look. Overall, I don't really like these nail tips. I usually don't use them because I noticed that the thumb tends to be longer than the rest of the nails. And all of the nails are just super different sizes. Some are longer, some are shorter. And so instead, what I actually ended up doing is trimming them all to the same length as the pinky because the pinky is the shortest nail. Here I'm going to go ahead and just place them onto my nail stand. And this is actually before I pre-cut them. This is when I actually realized they're all just a super different length. So I think it looks kind of odd to me. So instead, like I said, I just cut them all to the same length as the pinky because the pinky was the shortest. And yeah, that's all basically that I did. Here's how they look after, I trimmed them all down to the same length. And I'm just going to go ahead and continue placing them onto my nail stand here. So for the thumb, I'm going to go in and just apply this base color 𝐵𝚙𝚘𝚍𝚘. Then I'm also going to go in and just apply this to the index finger. Apply 2 coats, then cure this for 30 seconds. Onto my little palette here, I'm just going to go ahead and be placing a couple of colors here that I'm going to be mixing to create an ombre effect. I have the colors on the screen that I'm going to be working with. I'm using my dotting tool to go ahead and just mix the colors around. Here's how they look. Make sure you mix it very gently and very slowly. It looks really quick, but I'm honestly doing it really slow because otherwise you're going to get little bubbles and that's going to be super frustrating, Later on you guys will see I have little bubbles. So here I'm going to just grab some up and pick it up and just place it like a little bit farther away from the cuticle area. Here I'm applying the color that you guys see on screen, a little bit farther away from that one. I went ahead and placed the color that I mixed in with that turquoise and purple. That is what we have here. I'm applying that purple gel polish. Then here I'm applying some of that pink gel polish. Using my ombre brush, I'm going to go ahead and just tap from right to left very gently and then slowly drag that polish downwards towards the next color we have there. I'm doing very light taps and very light strokes downward. Otherwise, if you're doing it too much, then, the little strokes of the brush are going to actually be showing. Here, lastly, went ahead and just tap, drag that down. And we went ahead and just wiped the sides and let that cure for 60 seconds. Here I'm going to mix some of the colors again just because I didn't make enough. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue mixing those colors. Once we've mixed that, actually it wasn't purple the color I used, it was like a blue color. I apologize, I don't know why I said purple. But again, I'm going to start off with some of that pink, a little bit more downwards. I'm actually going in and applying a very thin coats. Try to apply the best thin coats that you can. Don't try to use too thick coats. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. So here again, I'm grabbing some of that color that we mixed earlier with the pink and that turquoise. And then I'm just going to go in and just place a little bit of that color right there. Once we have that color placed, I'm going to go in and apply some of the turquoise color now. A little bit farther away, kind of making sure the colors kind of touch. The color that we mixed earlier with the turquoise and the blue tone that I thought was purple. But yeah, I went ahead and just picked that up, and we're just going to place a little bit of that color there. Once I have my color down, again, I'm just going to grab my, it's like a purple tone, but also it's blue. It looks actually purple. That I'm looking at it right now, it looks purple, but it's actually blue. But I went ahead and just apply that, then grabbing my ombre brush again, we're just going to go ahead and gently tap, tap, tap till we get to the left side wall, if that makes any sense. Then I'm gently going to go ahead and just drag that polish downwards. I wiped my brush, and then now that we're working on the next color, again, I'm just going to go ahead and tap, tap, tap from right to left. Clean my brush, again, tap, 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 and drag. I'm going to continue tapping very, very gently. I wipe my brush again, and then here again, I'm going from right to left. Very, very gently, and then dragging that polish downwards. Again, tap, tap, tap. Very, very gently tap and drag down. Lastly, I'm going to wipe my sides to remove any excess gel polish, and we're going to go ahead and let that set for about a minute. Then lastly, cure this for 60 seconds. Here I'm going to apply some of this 8-in-1 nail glue gel, which is basically like a rubber base. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and swipe away that tacky layer. Apply one very thin coat of this, very, very thin. I'm going to grab some of this iridescent fine glitter. And this little brush here, I'm just going to poke the little glitter that I have here. And then gently, I'm going to just go ahead and just kind of splotch this around, scatter it around. I don't want too much of this glitter. I just, want the nail to have some sort of glitter. If that makes any sense. Here I'm going to be using the color 02 Rosalind, and I'm drawing 3 little dots using my little dotting tool, a little bit kind of closer to each other. Using some isopropyl alcohol and a liner brush, I'm just going to go in and moisten my brush a little bit, make sure to remove any excess, and then I'm just going to go ahead and gently tap from side to side to create my little clouds here and just kind of get them to diffuse a little. Once I have that done, then I'm going to go ahead and then cure this for 60 seconds. Now on the middle finger, I'm going to go in with the same base color that I used previously, 2 thin coats. In between each coat, I am curing for 30 seconds. Now next, I'm going to place some of this watercolor nail gel. This product is very thick, so I try to apply a very thin coat. And do not cure this product at all. Now next, onto my little palette here, I'm just going to place a couple of colors kind of close to each other. Then using a dotting tool, I'm going to kind of just swirl the colors just a bit. Then using a liner brush, or actually a square brush, I'm just going to go ahead and just grab some of that color, pick it up, and just place it right onto the watercolor nail gel that is uncured. I'm picking up a little bit more, just placing it where I want it to be. And basically the watercolor nail gel is like a blooming gel, so we're just going to let that bloom for a minute, then cure that. Now next, I'm going to go in with some of my Born Pretty 8-in-1 nail glue next. Apply a 1 thin coat of this. And again, without curing, we're going to go ahead and be placing a little bit of some beautiful hearts and some glitters as well. Here's the products I'm going to be working with today. Look at these, they look really, really gorgeous. And then just using my little liner brush, I'm going in and just spreading that glitter around, kind of just randomly, honestly. And yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and continue doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and just use my little flashlight to fly down the sequins. Then just make sure that they're evenly laid flat throughout the nail. Then I did a full cure of 30 seconds. After that, I'm going to go in to swipe away that tacky layer. Then just go in with one more coat of that 8-in-1 nail glue. I went in and cured that for 30 seconds. Now next, onto the, I believe this is the ring finger. Again, same base color like I did previously, 2 thin coats. Then cured between each coat for 30 seconds. I'm going to place a little bit of some of these colors onto my little palette here. I'm going to be creating a couple of different hearts using these beautiful shades here. I'm going to be using my pink dotting tool, and I'm just going to go ahead and create 2 little dots kind of a little bit farther away from each other. Using my liner brush, I'm going to go ahead and just connect them, doing a little V Once I have that done, then I'm just going to go ahead and round out the edges and just kind of create like a little tiny triangle at the end there to do my little heart. Using the dotting tool and some white gel polish, I'm going to kind of create a little swirl around the hearts. I didn't really like the placement and I thought the dots were a little bit too big, so later on I actually did end up wiping them off and just using a little smaller dotting tool because I just didn't like the way it looked. But yeah, here's how that looks. Then I went ahead and then cure this for 60 seconds. Now next onto the pinky, same exact base color that we used previously, 2 thin coats, then curing between each coat for 60 seconds or 30 seconds actually. Here I'm going to apply some of that 81 nail glue, 1 thin coat, then I'm going to be using the same glue that I used previously, and I'm also going to go in and use a little liner brush. And I'm just going to continue spreading that around to kind of create a ombre glitter effect. I actually sort of wish that maybe I would have done that turquoise color that I did earlier and then done the glitter on top. I think it would have looked so much better, but unfortunately I think I kind of was maybe rushing this. I'm not too sure because I got the package the same day, and like the day after I just decided to just freestyle this design because I don't know, I just decided to for some odd reason. But yeah, this is what I came up with, so hopefully you guys like it. But yeah, after this I'm gonna go ahead and just cure this for 60 seconds. Then I'm gonna go in and lastly encapsulate this again with the 81 nail glue. Here's how that looks. I'm going to be using my super top coat by Born Pretty, absolutely favorite top coat. I'm going to apply 1 thin coat to each and every single nail, then cure this for 60 seconds. And here's how they all look after. Let me know which design was your favorite. I definitely love that ombre nail with the clouds and the glitter. I think that was gorgeous. I wish I would have done that for each and every single nail. I just think it looks super pretty, and I was just overall was really happy with that design. Again, thank you guys all so much for joining me today. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe down below, and leave me your thoughts and suggestions below. Goodbye.